Live from Penn State's campus, this is Nittany Talk. I'm O'Ray, and in today's episode, we are going to discuss new top stories in our segment, 7 Stories in 7 Minutes, take our show to the streets in Nittany On the Streets, and have an interview with Derby. Now, let's get to talking. Welcome back to Nittany Talk. My co-hosts Courtney Green, Ashley Mascaro, Catherine Schreiner, and I will be talking current events in our segment, 7 Stories in 7 Minutes. So guys, there is a brand new subtropical storm called Nicole brewing. It is supposed to become a hurricane. It could be Category 1, it could be something different, and it's estimated to hit on Thursday the 10th. And it is mapped out to hit mostly the east coast of Florida and the southeast coast, but it's also mapped out to hit the entire east of the United States.
Yeah, I saw it was going to travel up North Carolina into Georgia, but it's basically going to hit Florida the hardest. I think all we have information-wise so far is that there's supposed to be a forecasted 6 feet in West Palm Beach and then a forecasted 3 feet in Tampa. Although it is just a Category 1, that's not something to take lightly considering how it's going to travel up the coast of the U.S. Governor DeSantis recently, categorized it as a state of emergency for 34 out of 67 of the counties, but that's all the information I have on that.
And we also had a lunar eclipse Tuesday morning. It was from 5:17 a.m. to 6:42 a.m. And this will be the only lunar eclipse for the next 3 years. The next one is not going to happen until March 14th, 2025. That's crazy. And it was supposed to be blood red. I didn't stay up to see it, but I know that it was exactly how it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I did stay up to see it. I stayed up with some friends of mine, and it was really cool. You started to see the shadow at about 4:30 a.m., and it just slowly moved over. And between now and the next lunar eclipse, there will be a few half eclipses that will happen, but nothing will happen until March 2025, I believe.
Yeah,
so it's pretty
so
crazy.
Far.
In other news, though, recently we've had the death of singer-turned-rapper and actor Aaron Carter. He died at 34. He was found at 11 a.m. on Saturday. His house sitter found him dead in the bathtub. For those who don't know about Aaron Carter, he was a regular on Nickelodeon. He released multiple albums, including Aaron's Party, and he toured with the Backstreet Boys, which his brother was a part of.
Yeah, I even saw several of his ex-girlfriends, including Lindsay Lohan and Hilary Duff, were posting about it, and it was just so upsetting to read. And even his brother Nick, part of the Backstreet Boys, who he wasn't super close with, he had said, "I will always love my brother, and I will miss him." And it was just really, really sad to hear him die.
Yeah, this was sad news to see.
Yeah, I know it made a big impact on multiple communities. I know he was prevalent in the Broadway community for his work in Seussical. He was present in multiple movies, Nickelodeon, and many other places, so it's very sad to see this passing.
Yeah, I agree. Focusing back on music, moving on to something a little bit later, Drake and 21 Savage, they released their new album, Her Loss. It's already a TikTok trend. If you haven't seen it already, people post 4 pictures of themselves, glowed up. I think it's cool. He had a lot of good Instagram captions in the album itself. Kim Kardashian had a line in there, and she posted a couple pictures of herself wearing Skims, the new collection, to one of the lyrics that he wrote about her. So I thought that was very interesting. It was a funny reference to multimedia journalism. It also had only one feature from someone else, which was Travis Scott. And Drake is being sued $4 million by Vogue because he recreated a Vogue cover album for his new album, which he has the money, so why does he care?
Well,
but yeah.
The whole thing is so interesting. There was already drama with Megan Thee Stallion about him thinking her thinking that he wrote lyrics about her and him claiming he didn't. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
Well, also kind of in the entertainment industry, we have Selena Gomez's new docuseries coming out, and it's called My Mind and Me. And it follows her battling her mental health and how she had her bipolar disorder. And it kind of follows her dealing with the media and her trip to Kenya. And it portrays the idea that the people who might seem like they have it all together on the outside, you know, they're still battling demons inside, and it's a difficult thing to deal with, and I feel like it's gonna bring such a big message out to the world.
Yeah, I think a lot more movies like this are gonna kind of like just kind of show the underbelly of the entertainment industry when you kind of somewhat lack a childhood when you're, you know, working all the time like she was. And we, like, growing up, watched her every day, and she was a commonality in, like, our lives. But to her, that was work. So I guess it does have a huge impact on your mental health.
Yeah, and steering away from the entertainment industry, now going back to Twitter, which I'm sure several people have heard about, Elon Musk is letting go of half of his people. And they were rallying together with a hashtag one team hashtag with a blue heart and a salute emoji. And they were all saying that they were locked out of their email accounts. There were several claims of that. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't understand why people would do this. Like say that stuff.
Yeah, I saw a case last Thursday. She got locked out of her account. She already knew something was happening. She first assumed that it was just there was a technical issue, and then all of a sudden she realized she was getting cut. She found out Saturday morning, and there's just nothing you could do in that situation. It's just you're losing your job.
Yeah, and it was tough because he said there was no choice because they were losing $4 million a day.
On another point having to do with money, the Powerball on Saturday went up to $1.9 billion. There was no winner on Saturday, and so on Monday they had another drawing, and someone from California won $2.04 billion. And the Powerball came out itself and said it was the world's largest lotto prize to ever be offered.
Where is this money coming from?
That's what I'm wondering.
I know.
I feel like I could easily look into it, but I've never thought to do that.
I know. Like, how does this money just come up? Like, people just like bet and win. Like, so you have a 1 in 292.2 million chance to get that, and you win all of this money. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, this Powerball update is very exciting. Be sure to stay tuned for an exciting segment where we adventure out of our studio for Nittany on the Street. For Nittany Talk, I'm El Ray.
How do you feel about your major right now?
Stressful, but good,
Good.
Yeah.
Like a good, like, happy challenge.
I guess.
This gal's our social media director.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The name can be up in the air.
It changes.
Social media insert.
Most students have a job they have always wanted to pursue. Sometimes this dream can change as we get older. Other times it can stay the same. Let's go to Sammy Valancourt to hear more about Penn State students' dream jobs.
Welcome to Nittany Talk. My name is Sammy Valancourt, and today we're going to be asking Penn Staters what their major is versus what their dream job is. Let's roll. Okay, so what is your dream job?
Doing something in the NHL, probably, like in a front office.
That sounds amazing. We love women in athletics. So what is your major?
Right now, I'm the business option of psych. I just switched.
I'm also a business psych major.
Okay. I
Yeah.
just switched like last week.
So I was gonna say, how do you like it? But like, how do you like your classes so far?
I've really only done like business, like the intro to business classes so far. But I like it a lot so far.
So along those lines, I'm also in those classes. How is accounting going for you?
I dropped it. I was so happy to drop it.
My dream job? I mean, when I was younger, I wanted to be an actor. Nowadays, it's like a computer scientist, software engineer. But I guess a dream job would just to be, I don't know, help people, make money, do nothing, help people while doing nothing.
Help people while doing nothing. You heard it here first from Penn Staters. Now, what is your major?
I'm a comp sci major.
Okay, so on point with what you said. And how do you feel about the comp sci major?
It's pretty hard. I'm in my junior year, so classes are kind of getting crazy. But other than that, I feel like it's going pretty good, you know. I like math.
Well, amazing. I'm glad somebody does.
My dream job would be a teacher, which I'm gonna be.
Okay.
Kids.
So that was my next question was what's your major? And I'm guessing it's education.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like an elementary teacher because I want to work with kids, and I love working with kids, and I just want to help them.
Well, that sounds so nice. And what would be your dream like spot for the elementary education like career?
Like grade?
Like location.
I don't know. I had like a really good like school in like my hometown, so I was thinking that like I would love to like give back because like I had a really good education.
And that would come so full circle if you went back to the same school that you started out at.
Exactly.
This is my friend Julian. We're asking, what is your dream job?
My dream job, so I'm currently working in finance for my degree, so I want to be a financial analyst.
That's an amazing one. And you said your major is finance?
Yes.
And
Junior.
how do you feel about that?
It's a fulfilling major. It's a little hard, but you know, you get through it.
And how do you get through it?
I'm actually going to study right now. I have my midterm in a week. So I have 2 midterms. I have 305W and 406 investments and then financial math. So you get through it. You just got to study, do the work before you get to class, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah, don't do the work during class.
No, it won't work out.
That is a bad question to ask me. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I chose a major. I chose chemical engineering, so I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I'm trying to...
And that's fair.
Yeah, I'm trying to open as many doors as I want, but so far I'm leaning towards environmental engineering, so we'll go with that.
And we need more environmental engineers, so that's
I
perfect.
hope so, yeah, that's where everybody's going so far. Every place I know are doing some sustainability or like something like that.
It's really important. And how are the classes going for you?
Honestly, environmental stuff have been going really well. Doing some chemistry, some engineering. I feel like I'm doing quite well in those. I understand what's going on, so we'll go with those.
Amazing. We'll go make great change with whatever you decide to do.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm hoping to make a difference. We'll see.
Yes. What is your dream job?
My dream job is to be a professor or a teacher, educator of any sort.
That sounds amazing. And what is your major?
I am studying Latin American history and African American studies.
Very important. And how are those classes going for you?
They're good. They're challenging. I'm learning a lot. I'm meeting wonderful people that are shaping me into a wonderful person.
Dream job?
Right now, I think it's to be a therapist, like a counselor because mental health is just so big nowadays.
1000%. And what is your major?
I'm psychology.
A very good major. Yeah. And how do you feel about the major itself?
I really enjoy it. I'm in Intro to Psychology. It's so interesting. I have Professor Love. He's awesome. Yeah.
I've heard good things about him. I had Cardenas, and he was amazing. So. Yeah, I'm also a psych major. So what got you interested in psych? Besides like the big mental health factor and how we need to spend more time like going into that.
Yeah, growing up, I feel like I was always very observant and I liked like analyzing people kind of. I don't know. And I just, when I found out that I could like do that for a living and like help people, that's kind of what got me into it.
What's my dream job? Civil engineer.
And what is your major?
Civil engineer.
Okay, so very on point. And how do you feel about your major right now?
Stressful, but good.
Good.
Yeah.
Like a good, like happy challenge.
I guess.
You're like not happy.
I mean, it comes with the major, stuff like that. But
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it here at Penn State.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
You too.
Is this for a Halloween costume?
Oh yeah, this is definitely a Halloween costume.
It wasn't your like civil engineering like little getup.
I don't know. More of a last minute buy at Walmart. Done.
Fair. Well, have a great time.
Thanks, you too.
Now that was some great conversation. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Nittany on the Street. With all the different majors here at Penn State to choose from, of course there's going to be so many different dream aspirations. From Nittany Talk, this is Sammy Valancourt. Thank you so much for watching.
Stay tuned for our final segment, an interview with the Derby Comedy Group.
Also, to add on to that, a lot of the times, like, when we come together as a group, we kind of just like spitball ideas. We go back and forth, we bounce off each other, which is really helpful, I think.
Welcome back to Nittany Talk. I'm Courtney Green. In our last segment of the day, I'm joined by Penn State women's comedy troupe named Derby. Derby has performed all over the Penn State community, from PSU, Soma Arts Crawl, to Full Ammo Improv Festival Roar 7. They perform improv, sketch, stand-up, music, and other comedy acts. Here with me today, I have Jill Heilig and Alexis Alamont. Welcome to the show. Did I miss anything on like that intro? Is that everything that you guys like kind of?
I think that was it. We're women and non-binary people, just a comedy troupe. We, like you said, perform all over Penn State campus, so yeah.
We do shows like once a month. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys like practice and stuff like together? Is it like a social kind of club or?
Yeah, so it's kind of all of the above. So what we do is we have our general group meetings Mondays in Buki at 7 p.m. and then we have writers meeting actually right after this, Tuesdays at 7. And yeah, we kind of just practice and write all different kinds of comedy. It's a lot of fun, and then yeah, we'll perform Fridays at the end of each month, and yeah, it's a real bonding experience. We're all super close.
Yeah. Wait, that's so fun.
Yeah.
I was looking at you guys' Instagram. Do you do like individual posts like per person, or is it run by like a social media manager?
Yeah, I'm actually the social media manager.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
was
they
gonna
call
say,
me.
you look
Yeah.
so familiar.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We are trying to get more into social media. So, like yesterday was I don't know if it was our first like official like one-on-one post, but I posted like a fake apology video.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start doing like week-long stints. Like on Mondays I'll post, and then we post for our classic club meetings. And we're gonna try and start like having filmed sketches as well, just to start it.
Yeah. We're getting back into posting our sketches on social media, so look out for that.
That's so fun. Yeah, I saw you guys have Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Is that like a big part of the club at all, or is it more of just like the live kind of performance now that we're getting out of like COVID?
So I think since the pandemic sort of dwindled down, I guess, we've been focusing more on live performances, at least I'd say, just kind of getting back into it because that's a lot of our art form is performing in front of people.
Yeah.
But now since we're kind of done with like the rebuilding, coming out of it, you know, where's our club gonna go? We're more into all right, let's start putting some sketches on our social medias. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're definitely getting back into that and really excited, so.
That's so fun. How do you guys kind of craft these performances that you put on? Like you said the writing workshops, but outside of that, where are you getting these ideas from, and kind of what is like, do you build towards something by the end of the year? What's the big progress?
So, not to speak for the whole group, but a lot of times, and there's a few other comedy clubs on campus, and I do feel like this is a common trope between all of them, is when like somebody thinks of something funny, you kind of automatically like put it on your phone somewhere, like you put it in your notes
You
app,
save
like
it?
yeah, like just anything during your day that could be like slightly weird,
Yeah.
and then you'll just like talk about it later, and usually it'll just anything that lands will get picked up, and then you turn it into a sketch.
Oh,
So
that's
kinda
so
how we
fun.
all do it.
Yeah, I mean, you ask anyone in the comedy clubs anywhere, but like specifically Penn State, oh, like what's in your notes app? Just like ideas, like scrolling for like hours and like hours, just notes never stop. But
That's so funny.
Also to add on to that, a lot of the times like when we come together as a group, we kind of just like spitball ideas. We go back and forth, we bounce off each other, which is really helpful, I think. So
yeah, our writers meetings, that's like the ones we have on Tuesday nights. It's really just like a hangout, and then occasionally something funny will happen.
Yeah.
Well, funny things happen a lot, but then
Yeah.
something funny will really happen, and then we'll be like, we could totally write that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can work with that.
Yeah.
our
That's
best
so funny.
sketches have come from that exact process. But yeah.
Cool. Wait, so when you say sketches, are they kind of like SNL sketches, or are you just like kind of working with like whatever comes to mind?
I'd say it's a mix of both. I think, yes, we have traditional sketches like you see on SNL and other sketch shows, but I think with performing live and having, you know,
Like feedback from
feedback,
like a
right?
crowd?
Yeah, and it's it's a little bit different. We get to be more creative, I think.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess I don't know, the stakes are lessened, I think, so that's why we get to really try out our creativity. Like, we have sketches where it's very absurd and like abstract, and they still land, but then we also have traditional sketches like Thanksgiving dinner, you know, in my weird family or whatever it is.
We do some like PowerPoints too, like if somebody wants to do like a mashup between a sketch and a stand-up set, like you could totally do that. I just did one about like, I have a chronic problem with getting a really bad haircut. So I went through my list of haircuts, which was like half sketch, half stand-up.
That is funny.
Yeah. And like we come in with character bits too.
Yeah.
So it's like if it's just me. Should I talk about Papa Squat?
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I have a character called Papa Squat, and he's like a newfound fitness guru, but doesn't really know what he's talking about. Y'all can check that out at our next show. I will be bringing him back for more.
Round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Does your involvement with Derby kind of tie into your major? Or is this like a passion club that you guys just kind of got involved with when you got to Penn State?
Do you want to take that one?
Oh, sure.
I'll bounce off of you. I'll bounce off of you.
I am a film major, so I did get involved through the last president. Her name was Torin, and she was also a film major, so that's how I got involved, which does help for like our film sketches or like the social media. But a lot of the girls, you don't have to be in comm or in an art to get involved. A lot of the girls are STEM ladies themselves. So
that's sick.
Yeah, it's really just a fun time, so low pressure.
Yeah.
I'm also in film. I think that this is a coincidence that we're both here right now because we do have a lot of people in different majors.
So it's kind of like everywhere. It's not just like a comm, like involvement fair club.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
I more so got into it because I couldn't really find my footing the beginning of my college career.
Yeah,
and
of course.
so I got really into watching stand-up, and then I found Derby, and it was all women and non-binary people. I was like, oh wow, this seems like a really creative space, a really welcoming space. I'm gonna go try my hand in comedy there, and now I'm president.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're president, you do social media. Are there other exec positions? Like, how big is Derby?
So Derby, it's around, it comes and goes. Like, we really are an open organization, so if people have never been to a meeting before, they're welcome to come. And vice versa, if you miss a couple, it's fine. I'd say we're made up like 15 to 25 usually. And then exec positions, there's 5 of us. I'm president, Krista, shout out Krista, vice president, Lauren's our treasurer, and then Fran's our secretary, and then this gal's our social media director.
Yeah. The name can be up in the air.
It changes.
Social media insert.
Insert here.
Goddess.
Queen.
Yeah. Genius. Whatever you want. Really.
Yeah. No, that's so cool.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Are you guys like working towards getting into the film industry? Is this like something you're putting on your resume at the top, or is this like something that you just really love to do and kind of are just doing it while you're here?
It's definitely on my resume.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Good.
And I'll probably use a lot of the stuff we do as like portfolio work as well.
Oh, that's so neat.
Thanks.
Okay.
But again, like you don't have to. I'm sure the STEM girls aren't putting Derby at the top of their resumes. But
Well, it's really cool that you have like a melting pot worth of people.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We're definitely using this as portfolio material.
Yeah.
I'd
my
say.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Awesome.
So thanks for having us, Nittany
Yeah.
Talks.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
This
If
is-
you guys want to plug yourselves and plug Derby, look to this camera right here.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Alexis. This is Jill. We're a part of Derby, a women's comedy troupe. Follow us at Derby Troupe, TROUPE, on Instagram.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Thank you guys for watching. For Nittany Talk, I'm Courtney Green, and we'll see you next week.